Hello people, this is the Lego Farmer Guy back with another video that is way too late to be the first video of 2016. But yet it is. Yeah, back after 11 freaking months. But okay, seriously, a lot of changes happened within these past few months. Like say my new background. Yes, it is a new background even though the color is quite similar. Well, yeah, it's a new background because I am now in a new place. Which is because I am out of town. Which is because I am now in college, which is out of town. And another side effect of being out of town means that I have even less time to make videos and mocks for you people. But before I did move here, I did make one more Lego Former. And it's kind of a special one. G1 Ironhide 2.0. Now, why did I say he's special? It's because G1 Ironhide 1.0, he was the third Lego Former I ever made, and more importantly, he was also the first Lego Former I ever destroyed. Now, I destroyed G1 Ironhide 1.0 while making Starscream, so it wasn't all that in vain, but still, destroying him, it was kind of meh. It kind of brought along some sentiment with him. Which is why, if you haven't noticed, that all my Lego Former Guy accounts have Ironhide 1.0 as my profile picture. So yeah, sentiment. Oh, and here's the side. It's kind of panely, but it still looks way better than the original Ironhide I made. Yeah, I know, it's kind of, he was kind of sentimental, but still, he looked terrible. The back, yeah, I like the back on this one. It's got the taillights, it's even got a little nub for an emblem, and it's even got an opening trunk. And some trunk space, which is nice for a van. And here's the other side, panelly again. And here's the front, which I haven't talked about. It's got a little bumper up there and a grille, which doesn't really make sense here, but detail is detail. The top, it's got a roof rack, which is, again, pretty nice detail. Now for size comparison, I don't have much to compare him with, mostly because, you know, Optimus Prime, which was my usual measuring stick, is at home. So here's just a simple 2x4 next to Ironhide, and with a ruler spanning at around 6 3/4 inches, aka 17 centimeters. Before the transformation, we must separate Ironhide from the one-box component. After that, we start at the back by folding down his feet. Afterwards, we fold the legs down and unclip them from each other. And here we have car walk mode. And moving on. Move the legs down at the hip and then fold the front bumper away to pull the arms all the way out. Only then can the entire lower assembly swing down into robot mode position. Fold the bumper back and then rotate the forearms up and adjust the hands into the correct position. Bend the elbow down. Pull the head up, clip it onto the blue axle hole, and rotate the head. And now Ironhide can start busting the scepter chops. And here we have Ironhide 2.0 in his robot mode. And yeah, despite everything I said about Ironhide 1.0, this guy is objectively better. Here's a picture for comparison. Yeah, I mean, seriously, way better. He's got better proportions, he's got better detail. I mean, look at this, this is so much better. Except for the back, yeah. The back is bare bones as heck. But it's due to the transformation where everything is like kind of cramped into the back. So it's kind of unavoidable, unfortunately. Maybe that's something that Ironhide 3.0 might fix. Taking a closer look, here we have his upper body. Starting with his head. His head looks way better, slightly blockier than the old 1.0 version, but the side plates are way thinner, which look far better in my opinion. And then the chest plate carries over from the van mode, which looks nice as always. The stomach plate here kind of juts out a little bit, but I don't mind because Ironhide is kind of an old kind of dude. And here we have the arms. The colors are kind of accurate. I think the upper arms are black, and then the side of the forearms, kind of meh. And the back, it's got a wheel on it, but I don't really mind because, again, it's the back. And, you know, people don't really see it from the back, which looks bare bones as heck. And the hand could be better, but I think it's the only kind of hand I could pull off with the kind of transformation that he had. Looking at the lower body, it's pretty solid in my opinion. The hips are pretty well bulked up, even though it's got mishmashy colors, but whatever. The lower legs are also okay with the mishmashy colors again, but once again, whatever. The sides, they look pretty good to me. It's got the toy accurate wheels on the side. Here's the backs of bricks everywhere. And here's the other side, and here is the front again. All in all, not too bad. He doesn't just look decent, he also poses very well too, because he's got mixel joints almost everywhere. Except for his head and his waist, which I'll show you later. Now his head is basically on my standard joint, except it's on a Exoforce handpiece, which allows for the same amount of range, and it has a little bit of tilt to it, which is rare for my builds. The mixel joints start with the shoulders. It's got a nice mixel shoulder joint and a bit of a forward and backwards stud friction joint. The elbows are on mixel joints, and so is the wrist. The waist, as I said, is not on a mixel joint, but it can rotate, and it also has this ab crunch, which is new for me actually. I've never actually made an ab crunch before, which I tell you, you can like pose him in really emotive ways. The hips are on big ball joints, they're not on mixel joints. The knees are on mixel joints, and so is the ankle. And that gives excellent articulation. Okay, so that was Ironhide. What about that one box component? Well, its transformation starts with a roof rack, folding it down to become skids. After that, it's just a matter of unraveling the box. Pull the trunk down, and fold down the sides a couple notches. And hey ho, here we have platform mode. Yeah. Kind of unfinished looking. It's because it is unfinished. It's one of the unfortunate side effects of me moving. I didn't manage to actually finish this one box component. It's supposed to have this, this giant cannon sticking out of it. If you look at the toy, it goes like that, and Ironhide is supposed to be able to sit on top. But unfortunately, I didn't manage to actually finish it. Probably a future update. For a size comparison, there's that 2x4 again, and the ruler, which shows him at a height of 8-ish inches, aka about 20.5 centimeters. So that pretty much sums it up for G1 Ironhide 2.0. Please be sure to rate and comment, and feel free to subscribe by pressing that button down here. I finally know where it is. And this is the Lego Former Guy, signing off for I don't know how long, and thank you for watching.